But yeah, I just felt like kind of rocking this at first. So this is a Dalahu ROM hack. Dalahu, you can see it on the bottom. It's Warriors of Fate. Yeah, just going to Mania. We'll go one life start, even though I haven't played this before. I did test it, played like 2 seconds of it just to make sure that it works. But I didn't like play through the first level or anything, so I think I'm gonna go. Oh my gosh, I kind of want to go with this guy because he's got a sword. Like, do I want to go with guys who don't have swords? But this would be Max, this would be Axel, this is Blaze, this is Skate. I think I'm gonna go this guy. Let's get it done. I don't actually know Warriors of Fate too well. I've played it before, like a long time ago, but I don't actually play it. It's decent damage. They can run. He can run, do a little sideways too. He's got kind of like a walking run. A lot of times in these ROM hacks, yep, the forward special is free. So I can perform my forward special, you know, and it doesn't cost me anything. I don't think there's juggling though. That's the blitz, so that's forward special. That's blitz. I don't think there's juggling in the game. That's just the punch combo. Okay, that's the grab. That's the grab. Forward. How's it going, Wooter? What's his, that's the back attack. Yeah, that's another thing, too. I'm kind of getting used to, Dalahu's style. Like, it's really common for his back attack to be, an actual forward attack. Over the top. This actually feels pretty good. Let's do that. Yeah, it feels pretty good. Like, I do feel pretty overpowered. But for some reason I like the way it feels. There's something kind of tight about it, control-wise, and just like the moves-wise, and the way the guy kind of looks inside of the game. I mean, despite his costume being a little outdated in comparison to the other characters, okay, I can handle it, dude, because I got a turkey right there. So this guy's name is Wei. His name's Wei. Why? I don't know. There's probably a proper pronunciation in there somewhere. Yeah, it's my only issue is that, like, the forward special being free kind of means I can just spam it, and it's usually a little OP if you're just spamming it. You know, there's not like really a downside to just spamming this thing over and over again. Like, it's like the most powerful move in the game, and it's a free move, and it has a lot of iframes, and yeah. Okay, so there's a yeah, you can punch spam. There is a reset on it. It's just slow, so it's probably not going to work on most enemies, and I'm going to have to actually do a good job. Which, I don't really... I'm not all about. I like just doing bad job. all day. Alright, so we're getting through the first level here. This is on top difficulty, Mania. And I do set my lives down to 1 starting out, and it doesn't matter too much, even if I'm playing a ROM hack that I haven't played before, or I'm playing with like a character, like I don't know this character. So I'm gonna have to come up with strats on the fly for some of the bosses. Get right up in there. Okay, there we go. Oh, spinning sword. That's first level, no problem. I'm already starting to think, like, how am I going to deal with Jet? You know? It's like with the other characters, there's kind of specific ways of dealing with Jet. But when you have a new character... Okay, I can probably hit Jet with this. Maybe. That's the thing, too, like, when you have a flying character in a game, sometimes there's certain moves where, like... Yikes. There's certain moves where you can hit them with, and other moves that you can't, even though it looks like you should be able to hit them. It's the down attack, that's just the neutral. There's the forward. So the forward and the neutral might work the same. I'll probably test it out a little bit on non-Donnie characters that can completely knock me out of the sky. Yeah. It almost looks like, yeah, it like, the grab almost kind of looks like it's harder to tell who has who. Oops. Yeah, I don't know. Final Fight kind of has that issue for me, where if I grab a guy, I'm like, do I have him or does he have me, or what the heck is going on? Let's see if I can get the despawn here. I think I got the despawn. Yeah, there's 2 bikers there that jump off, and if you're kind of moving in a specific way, it's not so much movement as it is how far you scroll the screen to where your positioning is. You can actually get a despawn on 2 of the bikers. Oh gosh. So I'm always trying to do that because, you know, then you deal with less guys, and there's very, very little room in this game for that type of stuff as well, where it's like you can actually, at least in solo play, where you're not fighting every single guy, and even if you're doing like a cheese ball attack on them, you're still fighting them and taking down all their health like normal. It's not really until you get into co-op that you start seeing some of the really interesting techniques in this game where you're using glitches to fast kill. But yeah, in solo play, it's like you versus the game, and you're fighting every single enemy, and on the jet boss, I don't think I'm gonna have trouble with them. I really don't. Okay. Let's see what this does. Yeah, I think they're kind of the same move. It's the same move, one just has you moving forward and the other one doesn't. Jet by himself. Yeah, that works. Good. Oh no. What are we doing? Holy cow. Okay. He's diving, and then, he's off screen, but... Oh gosh. You gotta hit him, like, at the front of the sword, and I'm swinging weird. Oh, there we go. That worked out pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, there's 2 jets in level 2 on Mania, but I'm the pull spot for the second jet, the non-boss jet, is actually behind the pull spot for the first jet. So I can move forward, trigger the first jet, and then move backwards and not trigger the second jet. And that's how you get it done. But yeah, that's really common too. Mighty Squirrel, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. The mighty squirrel. Yeah, and as far as I can tell, there's no juggling in this ROM hack. Juggling's kind of like, it's been kind of a new thing for Streets 2. Where pretty much a lot of the ROM hacks coming out have had juggling in them recently. Probably like last, I don't know what, maybe 6 months or so. There's been like a flurry of ROM hacks for Streets 2 that have juggling in them. I like the idea more so of forward special maybe not costing anything if you're... How's this guy do with the knife? You know what? You know when you have a sword and you switch to your knife? That's what this guy's all about. But yeah, I like the idea more of a forward special not costing anything when you have a grab on a guy, because at least you're earning the grab. You gotta get close enough to get the grab. So it doesn't feel as free as like just being loose. You're just loose out there in the world, and you're just forward specialing all day long because you can pull off forward specials for free. You know, this feels a little too OP. It kind of always does, unless you really make it where the forward special just isn't super overpowered. But you know, yeah. So I think that might be a way of actually doing it, where it's like you can get your forward special off of a grab. We'll just grab that. Let's push it forward. Oops, trying to get the back attack off. I'm doing a bad job. Okay, that's not good. We'll switch my sword out for a different sword. Am I gonna get killed here? Don't get killed, dude. This is stupid. Oh, right in your face! I'm about this close to not getting killed. Let's see if I can do it. I'm decent at this game. I don't really 100% know this character, but I know how to play it a little bit safe. You know, when I have a sword, I usually like starting with a punch. That's what this guy's doing. That's how I roll. Oh, that's right, there's 2 of them. No, lady, you went the wrong way. Oh, jeez, Beano. Oh, gosh. Oh! No! 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 Oh my gosh! Alright, now I gotta actually survive the next section. So I can get the turkey. Okay. Ugh, I'm so... Alright, don't blow yourself up. I usually do. It's funny. Yeah, we did it! We're good. Alright, we're gonna switch our sword out for another sword. 2 swords. I'm all nervous. Yeah, it also has priority too, like, where I don't think I can get hit out of it. So that forward special is just way overpowered. Way overpowered. Hey Mario, how it goes? I like the little good luck there, Spriven, now that I just noticed it. Good luck, don't play bad. Oh, jeez. Oh, this is gonna go good. Oh, gosh, he's got the sword. No, he dropped it. Okay. Oh, I don't drop the sword when I grab. That's kind of cool. Normally you drop weapons when you grab an enemy. I guess this changes that. Okay, okay. Nemui has followed. Thank you for the follow. Sorry I said your name wrong. There's no way I said that right. No, that's exactly how you say it. You're supposed to say it all weird and awkward like that. Oh, okay. Well, that makes me feel better. Yeah, you know, it's like how I start saying someone's name. There's no way that's right. That was right. What? You're kidding. Oh, no worries. Oh, thank you. Hey, Brickman, how it goes? Yeah, I'm always surprised how cool and easygoing everybody is about it. Someone gets my name wrong. You know what I mean? I haven't tried the pipe, but I'm assuming it's like the same as the sword. And I don't really want to deal with it. Never mind. Let's try it. Yeah. Yeah, that's how we do it. Because you know what's better than a sharp object? Pipe. Sword? Pipe. Pipe. This guy just chooses the wrong weapon every single time. He's like, let's go with the knife. I think I'll start with a fist. Yikes. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of leave that sword there so everyone's like, oh my gosh, this guy's gonna hit me with the sword. Ah, no, I got hit with the pipe. Never mind. I thought, you know, you take a gamble, you're gearing up for that sword strike, and instead you're completely unprepared for the pipe. I think that's the same idea with the fist, starting with that fist strike. It's really easy to punch someone in the face when you have a sword in your hand, because they're just not expecting it. It's like pro fighting tips right now in Streets of Rage 2. What they need to do is give this guy a gun that he never uses. But it just always looks like he's gonna use it. He's always like, you know, but instead he punches you in the face. I wasn't expecting it. I thought I was gonna get shot. No, that's what happens. There we go. This guy's a little bit closer. Yeah. Put the pipe on the end of the sword, Hen you. What's up, Dean? How goes? Dad. Yeah. Dad Shank. Oh! These guys have fireball. That's not fair. Oh, wait a second. So do I. Now how does it feel, huh? Maybe you'll think next time you fireball somebody in the face. Doesn't feel very good, jerks. When I was a kid, that's how I learned not to fireball somebody in the face. My teacher was like, let me show you what it feels like to get fireballed in the face. I think I'm gonna have my first death on the elevator, but that's kind of normal, so... Boom, baby. That's how we do it. Boom. Fireball. Anybody else? Fireball. Don't! Oh, okay. I should have timed that better. Yike. Okay. Now we do the Abadidi fight, which I have no idea how to handle, but I think I'll be okay. Use the sword on Zamza this week? Yeah. Sword on Zamza works really good, actually, if you can time it right. We just don't use it a whole lot because we don't really need to. I don't need to use it, I guess. Is the best way of putting it. I don't need it. Man. Okay, I think I'm gonna grab this. See if I can do a good job here. Not embarrass myself too much. Nope, I'm gonna embarrass myself. Alright, Abadidi. You've been a punk. Oh. Thanks for the little rage going there. And I just noticed that. I don't know if anyone knows this, but this is actually a rage-free stream. There's no raging allowed in this stream. And if anybody starts raging, I'm gonna tell you what right now. Tell you what. Get in on it. Somebody left me a comment on YouTube, and they were like, you're not gonna become like a master at this game until you learn to like control your rage. And I don't know. I don't really think I responded directly back to that because I was like, what? But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that was like a joke or if they were being serious. Kermis. How it goes. Resubbed 15 months. Thank you, Kermis. I appreciate it. I hope all is going well with you and only you. Yeah, but I hope all's going well with you and your family. No one else's, though. Just you. I don't know. The ridiculous places that my brain goes. I don't know how much of it is my fault, though, because my brain does go to ridiculous places. And I don't know if it's my fault or if I'm trained that way, because I wasn't, like, very good in school. So I came up with strats to get... But I liked making people laugh. That was, like, my thing. I was like, well, if I'm not going to be good at school, I may as well be, like, you know, the class clown, and that'll be my thing. Because I didn't want to be a bully. I didn't really like bullies. I wasn't, like, mean. I didn't really like hurting people. But you gotta have your thing when you're a kid. Anyway. So I figured out, like, how to make people laugh, but then the teacher would always get mad at me. So then I had to figure out, like, okay, well, how do I make the teacher also appreciate and laugh at, like, what I'm saying? And there's two ways of doing it. One is, when you're, like, 8 years old, you can't say anything that an adult isn't expecting you to say, because the most obvious thing is already something that's on their mind, which is why adults usually don't find kids all that funny, unless, like, some kid comes up with some gold, you know, thing. But for the most part, adults are like, okay, like, that was lame, and, like, I've expected, and I'm a teacher, and I've heard it 150,000 times. Ah! So I always had to, like, stop myself from the first impulse of, like, what's the obvious joke? You have to stop that one. And then I would go to, like, my second or third or sometimes fourth thing in my head. And usually the teacher would also laugh because they've never heard that one before, because they're always hearing that first obvious joke. Anyway, point is, I don't know if that's just a part of, like, who I am, like I'm just that weird of a person where I just come up with weird, odd things to say, or if I've trained myself to do that because I wanted to, I wanted to also make my teachers laugh so that I wouldn't get in trouble, because you rarely, like, I would still get in trouble sometimes because I got really good at making the teachers laugh, and they were like, no, we can't have that even though you're good at it, you know? That's basically what they would start doing. Like, yeah, you're funny, and it's funny, and I'm laughing, but you're still interrupting the class. So I had to come up with a completely different strategy. I don't know how interesting this is to people. Everyone's like, this is the worst story ever. Oh, taking off Mario. Later, Mario. Yeah, because it's rage-free. Now that we're in a rage-free stream situation here. School prepared me to be an oddball streamer. I think I'm just gonna kill this guy. It's tough hitting this box over here. If only I had a very long, sharp object that I could use. Nice try, buddy. You sure you want this? You sure you want this, dude? Oh my gosh. It's too easy. It's too easy. This is like normal strat, but with free forward special, it's like makes it even easier. Yeah. But then I was like, okay, that's not 100% working all the time. And then I learned, and this is actually the first time I started to really begin to learn in school. I started listening to what the teacher was saying so that I could make jokes based on the subject that was being taught. Dun da da dun! I don't remember what age I was when I learned this one, but I think I was around like 6th grade or so. But yeah, like if we were like being taught about like Alexander the Great, and the teacher was talking about like all whatever, you know, and going into like, you know, this place and yada yada, and then I'd like make a joke about a historical joke about, you know, like whatever, the Greek Empire. Uh-oh, kickboxers still tough. Yeah, kickboxers are still hardcore. They ain't no joke, I'll tell you that much. They ain't no joke. But yeah, that one works too. But then, you know, you can abuse it, that's the problem. You have to learn how to not abuse it. But they seem to appreciate that one the most. Okay, I'm trying to get you guys this way. Alright, let's take on this last guy. Let's not do anything. Dude! You guys are always going the wrong way! Okay. There we go. Very good, very good. Okay. Stephenson. Thank you for the host. I think I said your name correctly. For some reason, I remember last time you saying that I said your name correctly, so it stands to reason that this time I would say it incorrectly. Whoa, 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 whoa! Don't be fooled. Because I've got a sword. That's a prop sword. It's what they like to call an actor's sword. The knife is the real threat. Gosh, that guy's got a sword. You know. Oh, what? I have that much iframes during my blitz that I don't even get hit by the electric. Oh my gosh! That's a little crazy. That's a little much. That's a little much, man. You don't need to have that many iframes. Throw it! This guy just doesn't understand what he has here. If only I had a sharp object that I could stab these guys with. Oh good, there's a knife on the ground. See if I can pull him and just him. Of course. It's called a fail. Now what? Your friend's dead, dude. What are you gonna do? Okay. Oh, sliding into... There we go. I said it right again. Oh my gosh, that's the first time ever that I've said it right twice. I've ever gotten someone's name correct twice. You should, if you heard the stories of me getting people's names incorrect, if you heard the stories, I think, yeah. Dean might be the worst one. Dean is the leader of the community. Leader of our beat-em-up community here that we have. And I said his name wrong. I think for like 2 years I said his name wrong. And I met him in person. And I was still saying his name wrong after that. And I still say his name wrong to this day. That's how bad it is. You know what I like to do when I'm charging in with the sword? Going elbow first. Look at this. Can we get a pause on that? It looks like I'm going elbow. The elbow is about a pixel farther than the sword there. What? Why would you do that? Let's just grab that stuff out of the way. Like, I don't think he's hitting with the sword. I'm pretty sure it's an elbow strike. His forward special doesn't even use a sword. For a guy who has a sword, he uses his sword extremely limited. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's an elbow strike. Even his down attack is kind of like, it's more of an elbow strike than a sword strike. Let's pull it back. And then we'll just charge in. His forward special uses zero sword on the forward special. What? You grabbed me? No. 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 Okay, maybe if I can get this. That's okay. I don't mind, lady. This is what I'm talking about with the forward special. Like, it's just too incredible. Where I could just spam it and just wreck, because there's just tons of iframes, there's no downtime, I can't get hit out of it. There's a little bit of downtime afterwards, but it's not enough. So there just isn't a downside to using it. Yeah, I would have made it cost, but I probably, if like you really just don't like the idea of having it cost, I would have made it so it doesn't cost out of like in a grab where you can actually grab somebody and use it. Because at least you're like, then there's a strat of like, okay, I don't want to lose health, so instead I'm gonna grab somebody. I knew that was gonna happen. It's always impossible grabbing a turkey. Aha! Now what? Boom. There's a sword strike. So you gotta grab somebody to use his sword. So you gotta go in what is known as the closest quarters combat ever, which is actually having a grab on somebody before you use your long-range sword with this guy. Wow, okay, well, he actually does swing this sword extremely fast, which kind of does make sense since he is a sword user. You would expect him to really know how to, like, use the sword well. There's a whole lore behind this. I don't like inventing in my head. I don't know. I'm one of those people that, I'm just gonna say it right now, like if I was a samurai or something, and I've got a sword, I wouldn't even use it. I'd be so good, I'd be like, I don't even need to use my sword. Check this out. So I kind of understand where this guy's coming from. And people would always be like, why don't you use your sword? And I'd be like, it just makes it too easy, you know? I play life on hard mode. That's how I roll. Here, buddy. Let's pull him down. I think I'm gonna go knife glitch. So if you get 6 knives on the ground, he's gonna... Yeah, never mind, dude. I'm just gonna kill this guy. Anyway, if you get 6 knives on the ground, this game actually has a 6 object limit, so the robot's attack, their mace and their laser counts as an object, so you don't actually get a robot attack. But I'm not going to show that off because I was too lazy to get it. Alright. It's called ending the fight early when there's a guy left. Use a butter knife and hold it by the blade. Guy with a knife or guy with a bat? Bat. I gotta go bat. Like a bat is deadly. You can kill somebody by hitting him in the head with a bat. And it's got the reach too, so I would say any weapon that has the reach and is still deadly, you could still like knock someone down or break arms or break faces. I'd give that weapon the advantage. I'd even say somebody who knows how to use like a whip would wreck somebody with a knife, just because you've got the range on it. I think... The real question is, who would win a fight? Somebody with a sword or somebody who has a sword and doesn't actually use it? Like this guy. What are you trying to do there, Marvin? That should break him. I love this, dude. This is my favorite. Close quarter sword combat. This is the only time this guy's using the sword. The only time he uses his sword is when he's got a guy, like, in a grapple. Okay. Let's... I guess you, Oh gosh, he didn't jump. There you go. I love that. He starts with the punch. Punch, then you use the sword. Just to show off. What a show off. Like, oh my gosh, he's gonna hit me with a sword. And then he just does a backhand. Like, the weakest backhand ever. Here he comes. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get hit with the sword? No, you're gonna get elbow. You're gonna get charged with a forward head elbow. No can defend. Is that Mr. X in a green suit? That's a kill. Thank you. Alright, I have no idea how to handle Shiva. That works? Okay. That's actually the better way to go. This forward special does everything, man. Yeah, just push him back. That's what we like to see. This thing is just way overpowered. Way overpowered. You cannot give me a move like this. I'm just gonna wreck with it. Tiger Hair Ram, thank you for the host. I appreciate it. I try to use a back attack that doesn't exist. Oh, I tried it again and it doesn't. I don't have the speed for it. Okay. Don't back attack Mr. X. You don't have the speed to do it. Unless. Oh, never mind. That didn't work either. Oh gosh, my favorite part is the hospital visit. Looks like you got some blunt force trauma there to your eyeball. What happened? I got attacked by a guy with a sword. What? You got attacked by a guy with a sword and you got blunt force trauma? What? How does that make any sense? He didn't actually use the sword. He hit me with his elbow. That's what happened. Okay. That was easy. 9+, no problem. I wasn't even paying attention. Too easy. It's too easy. How goes E-Signal? What's up, Manticore? Jackson 5s. Jackson 5s. 79. Have you been in here before, Jackson 5? I don't know. I don't know. 79. Were you born in 79? Hack cool. Hack looks cool. I really like this hack. It's actually a lot of fun. It's a little too easy for me. I think for people who have more trouble with Mania, this game's top difficulty. You're actually gonna, like, it kind of is gonna give you that, it's gonna give you the edge that you need to get through it. Manticore with the good game. A man and his gun, yeah. Ooh. Thanks, Kermis. What's up, Pure Legends? He has a mean elbow. Did I say hi to you, Pure Legends? I don't think so. Red Jaguar. Too easy. Yeah, it is too easy. It was too easy. There is another hack, though. I'm going to switch into some Blaze speedrunning. On normal, I'm going for the sub 30. Sub 30. I'm going to go sub 30 with Blaze. So we're going to do some normal runs. Then, if I have time, I'm going to jump back in. And there's actually this same hack, but it's called like 1,000 man. So it's basically this hack, but with multi-enemies. So it's going to be more difficult. Way more difficult. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you didn't. Anthopants, biggest jerk ever. Oh, and guess who gets credit for this? Even though I was running it with Y, or whatever his name is. The normal cast gets credit for it. That's just like these guys. Why? 555 KOs. Huh? That's what, 555. All right, cool.